Viewer discretion advised.
You pussies!
Welcome to Gotham.
Cenobites.
Jesus Christ. Heaven snow. Same city, completely different zip code.
All rise, motherfucker.
YouTube to another video. You've clicked on Gotham Cenobites. I'm Terry, and today we're going to focus. I've been kind of late to the party with these videos, but I mean, life happens. I'm in HVAC, so I have this and a few more coming out this weekend. You may have already seen other people talk about it. Maybe you've already seen the statues, but we are talking today for this video about the Power Rangers quarter scale by Prime 1 Studio. And I was kind of a little bit grateful I waited so long to do this Gavel, because I actually asked the question in the Prime 1 Facebook group, and I've never got an answer. So stick around till we get towards the end so you can see what that question was. And yeah, I am a big Power Ranger fan of the original series as a kid. These statues, they're very, very tempting, but they are quarter scale, so they're going to demand a lot of space. So, you know, spoiler, you know what? We're in session. I always forget. But, yeah, spoiler alert, I'm not buying these. I don't have the room to spare for 5 Rangers. If they keep going, I could imagine 6 or 7 Rangers, and then I hope, you know, they do well for Prime 1, that we get some villains as well. But, yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump into pictures. You know, it's going to go quicker. This is 5 statues to talk about, so I'm not going to linger on any of them. But we're going to go through the regular versions, and then you see what extra you get, because there is a deluxe bonus. I think there is a bonus. It's Prime 1. There's a fucking bonus. But, yeah, let's jump into pictures. Alrighty, so getting into these pictures, and I mean, who saw this coming? I mean, I did not picture, you know, a few months ago, Prime 1 jumping into Power Rangers and quarter scale. I mean, yeah, but here we go. This next picture, this is showing you all of them kind of in, I mean, Power Rangers is a super simple show. They really only had a few different outdoor sets, so yeah. So this one, this is where they used to go somehow. They would always find a random open field to fight in, and yeah, it's pretty nostalgic, you know. I mean, no weapons, but I mean, I don't remember. It was a certain formula, and I mean, they still kind of kick butt like this without the weapons. The next version, we're gonna talk about, has a lot going on with it, so I don't particularly think these regular versions are gonna sell as well as the deluxe. But so there they are. And then here's another picture, same thing, but without all of the bullshit in the background. And yeah, I mean, they almost look better in this picture to me, with more natural light on the statues. I mean, they are what they are, though, right? and now we're going to get into them individually. So this is the Red Ranger, and I love and hate the bases. I mean, they're super simple, but it does kind of represent their morphers. So I mean, it's not going to take up a whole lot of footprint. And unfortunately, this might be the only one you can get alone, which we'll dive into that next. Here we have Billy, the Blue Ranger, and again, I mean, it looks pretty good. I wonder if these bases are actually going to light up, or do you think that's just paint playing tricks on us? But Yellow Ranger, Trinity, I believe. Yeah, she probably gets crapped on. Most of the guys growing up, or little boys, I should say, we're always going after the Pink Ranger. But yeah, what's his guy? Zach? Zach was the Black Ranger? I don't know, I think they all look great. But yeah, I mean, I still would like to know if this base is going to light up. But yeah, they did well, I think, to save you money and save themselves money by not including portraits without the helmets. But and yes, this is the Pink Ranger, which I have to say, this is probably one that I would consider if they ever sell her separately. But yeah, this is, I can find a spot for her on the desk, just be by herself, right? Yeah, Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. And then flipping over to this one, I mean, it's pretty much all we talked about. You got a little, I don't know if I'm in the way, but a little shot of them from behind down there, and just all the, close-ups. And yeah, I mean, this is what you get. No extras at all. I wonder if it's going to be the same amount of boxes though, but we'll eventually get to that too. But getting into the bonus, and you can already see here, bonus, the deluxe. But yeah, they all have weapons, so that's pretty cool. And this is that same slide we looked at earlier, except for this time they all have weapons in their hands. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, so we're going to look at them all individually again. And you see with the deluxe, not only do you get weapons, but you get like 2 different options with all of them. So you got the regular on the left, and then you have a sword 2 different ways for the Red Ranger. And Billy, for the Blue Ranger, you see the regular on the left, and then I don't know what you would call this weapon, to be honest with you, but again, 2 different poses. It's pretty damn cool. And the same thing goes for Trinity. I like how they did some of these in different poses, so you could actually kind of look all of them scrunched together on the shelf. But yep, 2 different poses. Same thing for the Black Ranger. Again, I don't remember. Does this thing shoot like a gun? Is that what he's doing here in the right picture? It's. I tried to watch this again as an adult, but I could not get past 1 or 2 episodes. But I mean, it was great when I was a kid. And then lastly, Kimberly, you see here, the first 2 are kind of similar, minus, the weapons in her hand. But again, I just think it's really awesome, that you get not only do you get weapons for the deluxe, you get 2 different ways to show them. I mean, lots of options for this one. Be curious to see some of you guys, whoever's out there is ordering them, how do you set these up. But it is Prime 1, so here you go. The bonus looks to be a gun only for the Red Ranger, which I do remember them, and you can see kind of in the Blue Ranger's pocket right here, they all have the weapons, but I guess for statue purposes, the only one that can hold the gun in the bonus is going to be the Red Ranger. Maybe they'll give you the option though to swap it out. No, because he has the red diamond shit on his hand. It depends on how they do, but we'll see. Be curious to see if it is only this next. I think it's only the Red Ranger. So the bonus is the gun for the Red Ranger. And then jumping into measurements, I hate that Prime 1 with the picture here did the measurements of the entire set. But yeah, so if you display them like Prime 1 is showing here, it's 43.7 inches wide, about 28 inches deep, and then 22.5 inches tall, which looks like it's going to be Kimberly's bow. But I'm going to kind of get out of the way here. Oh! So pause it right there, if I even was in the way. But I love that Prime 1 gave you the description of all the measurements in the description of the statue. So yeah, pause it right there. We'll go look at this bundle on Prime 1's website. They do offer individual measurements for all the Rangers if you look in the description. And then jumping over to picture, I did take all these pictures super early. This is, I know it's grayed out here, but they are up for pre-order right now. And this is the set 5 quarter scale Power Rangers regular $22.99 to be announced for edition size. But again, I don't imagine too many pre-orders coming in. If I would venture to guess, I would say between 30 and 50. Going by Prime 1 lately. But the bonus, so you get 2 different swap outs for all 5 Rangers and the gun if you get the bonus. $27.99, which I think if you're going to do this, that's the best way to go. They have put a cap on this, 300 for the edition size, but again, I like Prime 1, I imagine it's going to change. Very rarely will they change it to go up. Most of the time they will change it to go down. If I had to guess, I would say between 150 and 250 will end up being the edition size, in my opinion. Either way you go, expected to ship December of 27 to March of 2028. And then again, I guess I was ducking and diving for no reason, because I have the description of all the measurements on this screen too. Again, I made these slides days ago, but I do want to touch on one other thing, and that's this fucker. So the same day you have the regular version of 5, the bonus version, deluxe, and then deluxe bonus version of the set, and then you have this guy. There is only one version of the Red Ranger Solo. And I do not remember, I did not get more pictures. You guys will have to call me out in the comments. I do not remember if he comes with any additional weapons or not. But here you go, $4.99, the same shipping window to be announced. And this is the question that I posed to Prime 1 in the groups. And that is, do you guys plan on releasing them individually? Because I think it's pretty weird. I could understand if you released the 5-pack and then the Green Ranger by himself, but I don't know why you would give us the option to only buy the Red Ranger and not buy the rest of them separately. Because again, I would probably be in on the Pink Ranger, but I don't have room for all 4 or 5 of these. And I do think I know it's quarter scale, but you have to factor in it's 5 characters. It's 2 different weapon switch outs. I can't talk today. For all 5. I know they're not really intricate bases, but I don't understand Prime 1's pricing, and it's like they're picking and choosing when to give you a bone, which I know this is a lot of money, but that's 5 quarter scale statues with all these swap outs. I still think $27.99 is reasonable. It's not for me. I'm not buying it. But I don't understand their pricing. I don't. Prime 1, if you could help us out in the comments, if you happen to stumble across this, small creators channel. And then they actually, I guess, approved my post with the question, but nobody fucking bothered answering my question. So, are you going to offer all of them, or is it red or all? And I guess another question is, are we going to get the Green Ranger? I mean, I could do without the White Ranger. The White Ranger, to me, just give us the Green Ranger. But I would be very curious to see where they go after this, because I would love to see a quarter scale Goldar like that. I might have to think about making room for. But so yeah, we are adjourned, and I do give this one the Gotham stamp of approval. I don't want it, but I do think it's a great opportunity for statue collectors who don't really want to, go get figures just to have Power Rangers. So it's a good alternative for statue collectors. It's a decent price, and I hope that those Power Ranger collectors who start their collection with this or sell their figures to get these, I hope you get the Green Ranger. For me, I mean, Again, I would love to get the Pink Ranger, but I do think the Iron Studios 1/10 set that comes with Alpha and Zordon would be enough, and then you factor in I can't remember the studio who's doing the Dragon and the Megazord. Just getting the Zords and those 1/10 statues would be enough. But I know there is an unlicensed company, and I can't remember if there's a licensed version, but they're also available in 1/6 figures. The figure set does have green and white. So, anyways, I throw it off to you. Here's the gavel for you. You guys like what Prime One's doing here? Are you like me and you're like, are we gonna give them a chance to buy them separately? Because I know there's other collectors with unlicensed Green Rangers, or unlicensed Red Rangers who already have like the Tommy vest or whatever the shoulder shit's called, and maybe they just want to buy these 4 Rangers. And I think Prime One would still make money charging $500 or $600 for them separately. Maybe offer a deeper discount if you buy all of them individually, but I don't know. You guys let me know your opinions in the comments. What do you think of this release? And what do you think of Prime One doing Power Rangers? That's going to do it for this one. There is 2 more Gavels to come. You guys let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe. Appreciate everyone making it through this video. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Quits a journey.